Test review and evaluations to understand what's going on with the program settings, all position location in the avatar, to understand how to reach higher levels of the mind system location to its collaboration line condition. So it's powerful force when we hide the system. I had to go on TikTok to get everybody in the upgrade system. Okay, because we're going through 4 line center locations, all levels. Now, position locations, everything that all levels of the observers is basically just going to get more of connections to themselves, really get connected to Orion's belt. You're going to get more in your avatar stream, more in the mind line center. That's what this all is about, guys. It's getting to higher levels of division to its location to its avatar connection. Identification to its operation system. So in calculations, the test review and evaluation is all levels, which is already done. I don't teach you anything. You teach yourself to remember. That's true. It comes in position location, its calculation. So today, I'll give you guys 5-10 minutes. We'll get started. But it's amazing how we come into high-level system location to its division, right? So trying to understand, for the observers, you're just going to get to know yourself more through memory, okay? You're going to go through the meadows. You're going to go see this. You're going to see that. You're going to see high-rise. You're going to get more connected to yourself, right? For the very first time, for the viewers that have been activated, because there's a lot of people coming on position location and calculation. So in the activation stream, for all the positions that have been already upgraded, the crews, the units, and the squads, and the 1s and 2 are going to be in position locations into 3 line positions of a cubic line system of space, real time in the current line center. You guys have to understand how to get out of these situation locations to its avatar. So it's very important to understand these things because the GFL has already been through these things to this location. So there's going to be 3 cubic line centers. You guys have to be in position location to try to get out. All right? You have to learn how to use your imagination. You have to learn how to use your mind telepathy wave centers. So it's very powerful you come in that connections. And everything of the GFL and position locations to the rebellion are going to be released to the bubble, out of the bubble line center, out of the gateway interference location line connection. Now they're already traveling already. In calculations, I got confirmation signals all levels from Vega. Vega is very pleased at what's happening right now. So it's upgrading system. But it's understanding, do you understand what's happening with you through the mind? That's a true understanding when you come to mind over matter. The ascension to its equation, to its location, to its connections. All right? 5 minutes. We'll get started. Make sure you guys have your water. Question or comments are after on TikTok. Okay? Let's go and see the platitude division line interference. Very important you understand these things. Also, too, make sure you identify who you are so the GFL and rebellion can understand. All right, so Tuna, how's it going? Don, Gigi, Max, JP, Rebel. Hello, assist location line conditions, little Jess, calculation interference line conditions, Abyssal, Sarah, Amy. All right, so it's a beautiful day. You know, tests and reviews are once a month, all line centers. Everybody's on the crew unit line center. You're all going to be in 114. So where's there? But I just had to high-rise you first. So understand business locations. You guys have to be activated through the stream centers. Or you're not going to send anything through. It's under 14 chakras. All right. Calculation, modification, line, stream, interference, line conditions, all levels. Corporal game center, high line center, line position locations, change track line, rotation line conditions, all levels. Let's put in 1400 capacity, interference, and brain patterns. Interchange position locations of corporal connections. Yeah, put them in the GFL line system. All right, there. Your GFL positions there, corporal. Congratulations. Make sure you change it. So corporal / GFL. Condition line centers waiting in the hardest line position location. Yeah. Okay. Chris, how's it going? Little Jess, how's it going? Let's see. Val, how's it going? Ambi, how's it going? Jill, how's it going? Amber, how's it going? Mike, how's it going? Terry, how's it going? Veronica, how's it going? Matthew, how's it going? Gypsy, how's it going? Tara, how's it going? Bell communication line interference, all position program settings, course line center line conditions, squad line position of 2. Track interference is 600 capacity line center. Congratulations, Bell. Make sure you change your name. I'm missing communication cycles here, but whoever I miss, I can change all track center line conditions. All right, in modification cycle, Pyra is in position. Okay. Let's go. Sam Communications, Chris in Communication. Sammy's in Communication. Oh, that's great. Alan, how's it going? All right, so make sure you drink your water because I'm going to be traveling very fast. Okay, it's all practical system location. It's all about you getting more understanding the memory and how it modifies all levels of you through division location to its calculation. All right. So as I set this up, the GFL are going to be traveling already. So it's all about releasing the bubble out of position locations. We come into the ferments and I come into the calculation line center. Set the course line center location of space. Now we're going to set the space position. All right, so everybody's going to be in space in different divisions. All right, you already got your upgrading cycle line interference. So before the channel's up in position locations of life, I'll put you guys in 114s. Okay. You have to change your title defenses first before you get in that position. I say. So as we come into communication, to understand the ferments in position locations, line conditions, all right? It's all about understanding how to release these things and change position location to its conditions, all right? 3 division line centers, okay? Rainbow activation system. Now, as I release the bubble, it opens up the gate interference provocations. Now, we're going to set the course line centers, but it's not ready to travel yet, all right? So it's going to go through this, all right? You guys are going to be in standby, all right? It's open. Now, you guys are in here, position locations. You're going to be in channel line center. All different coloration of patterns. Okay. You give me anything through color line center, but it's all position location to its calculations. All right. All right. So it's to understand what's going on with you through track center. All right. So that's all of you. That's all of you guys. All right. It's all of you waiting to go. All right. So I have to do it individually because the space line centers in telepathy interference and it's mostly understanding through calculations. So wait 5 more minutes and we'll get trial position locations going through calculation. I just want to understand that you understand what's going on when you understand the calculations when you come into GOD, right? Geometric operation direction. You come into higher level system, okay? You come into GOHD, okay? So geometric operation of higher dimension, right? And then you come into GOHHD, okay? Geometric operation of higher heavens of dimension. Heavens, right? Calculation line center interference location of higher line centers of heavens on earth. GOHHD/A. Interesting how you go in position locations, all levels of GOD. How it sets the course. It's amazing how it comes into high system locations, right? So, geometric operations, okay, higher heavens dimensions / Asgard. Now, it's all about understanding how to go to position locations, all levels of your teleportation units into higher lying division locations to its angelics, right? That's what you go through. So, in calculations, you guys are at these levels. Pretty fascinating, isn't it? But which level are you at? To understand the calculation, right? Well, we all start with this. We all know this, but do we understand what it is? Are you willing to understand the calculations, how to go through GOD, geometric operation to direction, or anything to design position, or anything to mention? Or do you understand the levels of more connections? This is higher levels of the mind, guys. The physical line center just has to understand adaptation, cycle, and interference. So you come into geometric operation of higher dimension. Okay, geometric operation of higher heavens of dimension. See how that works through calculation? It's incredible force, right? And we come into high line center interference. Come into unified line center. Now, it's very important to understand what's going on through calculations here. Okay, there's unified, right? So it's to understand what's going on. Unified, and there's ascension. And ascension is more levels of the mind to its conditions, right? Ascension. And then you have position locations and high level channels into ascending. Okay. all line center locations of master, ascending master, ascension master. So you start off with unified. Now, this is to understand where you start off with, right? Now, you're in 114 chakras in position locations, but if you're part of the crew, you're automatically ascending. Now, in position location is equal line center. It's just a position location to understanding. So if you're unified, you're high rising. You're ascending, you're high rising. If you're ascending master, you're high rising. It's all high rising. But it's to understand how to calculate, modify your levels of your avatar, where you are of memory. And that's how we track your interference. GPS lock interference location at top rotation line center. Okay, so it's unified, ascending or ascending master in calculations, right? These are what you have to reach in position location to calculations, all right? All right, in track interference, we're back to this now. Okay. Code signatures are set up. Observation cycles and rotation in difference, communication at levels. Okay, this is high channeling size system. Calculation at levels. Okay, so they got the observers. Okay, there's the observers. Okay, equals avatar. Okay, slash understanding. All right, calculation at levels. Now, the high line center interference locations put you into levels of past, present, and future of who you are through calculations. Setting course line system. There it is. Right? That's for the observers. You guys are traveling through that high line center. Calculation interference line conditions. All right. Now, the crew unit line center interference are going to be into levels of position locations of a cubic line center. Okay, this is the crew unit squads 1 and 2. All right. So, in position location, to understand how to get out of these things, you have to find a way to get out. I'm not going to tell you. You have to understand position. 3 channel line center and interference location line conditions. All right. Once you understand what's going on with the calculation, modification cycles, rotation, interference line condition. All right. So there's 3 position locations and cubic lines. All right. So you guys are going through code signals right now. Try very, very fast in high line center interference locations into 144 miles per second calculations. Spinning and high rotation. All right. Calculation this way. In this system, calculation this way. All right. So it's understanding what's going on when you're traveling. All right. You got to find a way to get out of these. Okay. The observers have to get into the avatar, their stream through Orion's belt, and the crew unit squad 1s and 2s have to get out of these. All right. Calculation modification system. Now, the rotation cycles are already set up. Releasing the bubble line interference location at GFLs. Communication airline rotation line conditions all levels. Stand back communication of Gypsy, high rotation line conditions. Travel position line interference line conditions, all but not a lot of conditions. Now, release the bubble communication. All right, so the bubble's open in calculation. Signaling the high and rotation line positions. All right, now calculations, let's go through another space line, a space line through vector core or satellite position. Coloration change. All right, so GFL are traveling position on the portal line center. You guys are out of position locations. All right, so in position locations, the rebellion, okay, slash alliance slash leaders in calculation are going to be in line rotations of 3 million. Okay, lost signal. Okay, lost signal line interference. So you're lost in position locations, you're on your own. So it's in calculation modification system. All right, the GFL and high line rotation is going to be 1 million out of orbit communications. 1 million, okay, slash orbit. 1 million slash orbit. Code signal line interference location line conditions, all right? So your job through the GFL and the rebellion is to get back into the bubble. Time frequency, time code, and interference locations of its clocking system. All right? 40 minutes. Have fun. I'm going to get some water. All right. Be right back. All right, it's great to see everybody traveling. Make sure you have water. It's important. Okay, so where are we at through division now? All right, I'm going to set up your sequence of codes. Applied to division locations to your 114. So, all right. If you're having a problem, identify yourself. Okay? Especially for the GFL and the rebellion. Okay, because remember, you're in space, real space. Real space on your own. Know what it's like to actually be out of its bubble. All right, everybody's going through an experience, trying to understand, wow, okay, what do I do? You know, you got to use your telepathy interference, especially when you come into the GFLs and the rebellion. Okay, that's mostly understanding, but do you understand where you are through division? Where are you? Where do you want to be? This is all levels of the mind, guys. And calculational levels. To its connections, to its unified, to its ascending, to its ascending of its master. Ascension Master is very, very high rise in the galactic signature locations. All right. So, how's everybody doing so far? Yeah, it is. You get more free because you're not in position locations of limits. You're out of the outer limits. You're at the outer course. You're on your own, but you have time frequency location to get back through calculation, back into the bubble. All right. So if you're not back, I pull you back. All right. So, as I said at the stream center, there's 4 electrical rods, communication cycles. Now, it's set up the high line center rotation near 12 DNA, tracks system locations. All right. So we come into calculation. All right. Let's land strip the high system. Okay. So we got 12. Right. It's amazing how we come into all levels. Right. So 7 equals 5. Okay. Slash 12. 7 equals 5 slash 12. Right. 12 plus position locations. Okay. Equals 24. Okay. Now, remember, everything that I do through highline center interference locations, plus lines, crisscross, activation line, and rotation line condition interference, it's all position locations of letters, numbers, and chanting symbols, all through identification to its connections, right? I'm using it at all levels, high level system through vibration. Okay, I'm not using it as a plus. I'm not using it as an equal. I'm not using it as a times. It's all friendship and relationship and partnership, right? So try to get in that communications to telepathy, waving line, center, interference, location, line conditions, because it's nothing but a bubble defense line system. All right. So it has its own vector core communication to its vector line, center, interference from location to its calculation. See? Comes up in channel line center. All right. So 12 plus 12 is 24. 24 clocking system locations right away. Okay. 24 times 1 is 24,000. Okay. 24,000. Okay. 24,000. Line position, location, line condition, interference. Now, in calculations, you take the 12 and the 12. Okay. 12 times 12 is 144. Okay. 12 times 12 equals 144. Okay. 144 line center. Okay, so into position locations, into the crew unit line center. Crew equals, we'll go into the squad lines. Squads equals 1 and 2, right? There's the formula. There's the structure and interference. So we take the 144 and a triangle line interference of 3, 6, and 9 in position location to its line connection. All right. Now we go into high-rise line center interference in position locations. All right. Channel position line centers. So the crew units, that's circle interference, equals location line conditions. All right. Scans the high line interference locations equals its equations. Okay. squad unit 1 and 2, right? So that's position locations of 4, right? 4 units, crews, units, squads, and ones, and highline center interference, okay? So we got many levels of crew and levels of squads of units 1 and 2. Okay, because there's a lot of vector core, quad, and line center. So you don't have to worry about that. We worry about that. Okay, so as you come into the crew line centers, you come into the squad interference location 1, 2 line in your rotation position, automatically puts you into 114. 114 chakras interference. Now that calculus modifies all levels to its bubble defense line system, security line center interference line conditions. All right. So I'm going to set the course line centers. I'm going to change your graph line center in position. All right. Coming in calculations. Ground line centers coming in position location to 114. All right. Open signal locations. High position. Vector core communication cycles. High signal line interference. Activate the crew line centers, squads unit 1 and 2, position locations, time sequencing, time code, identification to its I9s. I9. All right, I9. Okay, so intelligent line into form line center locations, 9 equals 1%. All right, 9 equals 1%. And position locations. Okay, activate the streamline centers of 1, 1, 4. 14 in line center rotation interference locations. 1, 1, 4 in rotation center. Okay, so the crew unit line centers, the squad unit 1 and 2 has specification 114. Congratulations. Now, the energy is high rising in so many level system. It's activated its core line center, travel line center, interference location line conditions. Picking it up through its position locations of its position line center. All right, calculate modifications. So crew units, squads, and 1 and 2 are now in 114. Congratulations. Now, in calculation modification line centers, where we are through track center. Yeah, you get more telepathy when you're all levels out of the bubble. You see a big difference. Okay, well, everybody's having fun. I can see that. JP, how's it going, JP? I'll put you into all levels of highline center locations / GFL. Make sure you change your line center there, GP. Congratulations. Put in position locations at all levels. Let's put them into highline center line inner rotation suits calculations. Let's put them into 975. 975 brain interference line conditions, graph interference change line system. Okay, GP. Here you go, JP. / connections are underscore line center GFL. GFL position locating line connections. All right, so the crew units, squads 1 and 2, now in 114. That's how you do it through code. It's all set up. All right, so modification signals, rotations, interference. All right, as we go into calculation high system, to understand what's going on is to understand our levels, how to get into calculation 2, getting out, and understanding, getting out, and getting out, right? So, and it all comes into position of this. This is the high rise, where you want to be, right? You start here and you work your way up. That's all it is. It's amazing how it comes into 4. Why is everything always 4? 4 seasons. 4 division locations of gods. Ooh-ah. So it's amazing when you high rise to the mind system, right? And anything through calculations, it's amazing when you come in that track system locations. All right. So as a crew units, squads 1 and 2 is now in a higher center. It's all good through that position locations. Congratulations, team. All right. So as we come into calculation, we come into all level formations, into the rebellion. Okay. Now, the rebellion is a little bit different. In high rotation to the rebellion, we set a recourse line conditions. So, in calculation, rebellion equals alliance equals leaders equals force equals diamond in rotation. All right. Calculation line interference line conditional levels. So we got the rebellion leaders, we got the rebellion alliance, Okay. Equals all levels of its awareness, communications. Equal lines, levels, communications, equal line, position, locations, its calculation. Understand line centers as all levels of 3, 6, and 9, and 12. All right, that's where they're coming into. So they're leaving the highline center of triangle location. They have no longer calculations to the third eye. They're now in position locations to a clocking system to a diamond core position. All right, congratulations, Rebellion leaders and Rebellion Alliance. In calculation modification stream centers. All right, so the only difference is that the Rebellion Alliance is an all coloration line center in position locations. The Rebellion Alliance in calculation is purple. So in purple line center interference, you got two triangle line position locations put together in position 3, 6, and 9, and 12. All right. This is Rebellion Leaders, Rebellion Alliance. All right. In modification cycles, now we come into backtrack interference line conditions. You come into a level of rotation into placebo cortex direction into the GFL position. It's amazing how you come into these calculations, right? Ooh-ah. Modification signals and rotation center. So the Rebellion leader is in the force line conditions. All right. Coming into all levels. It's incredible how we use these through formation. I mean, they ought to travel through that through conditions. All right. So channel position location. More perception line centers, T reception line conditions. More static waves. More formation line positions. High level division line center and calculations to its T reception. See? T reception line calculates the stream centers in rotation system. This is how the GFL, the Rebellion leaders, and the Rebellion Alliance come together. All right. So as we come into a lulls, T reception line changes its position. We go into another black space, high level rotation center calculation, same coloration pattern. All right. So as we go in position locations, you come into the Rebellion, okay, equals computer, okay. Okay, so as we come into that, we slash T in teleportation, okay, teleportation. I'll do slash port, teleportation, right? Okay, so in calculations, you come into high level system. Now the ground line center and the power line center and your magnetic highway information system is going to change its position location. All right. Now the activation streamline center is going to operate all levels of 24 microchip position. Signal and interference line position locations. Ground line center. There you go. See that? See that right there? That's what's happening right now, right? 24 microchip and line connections, all levels of Rebellion leaders, force line connections in position locations. Setting course line center to all position line system, okay? Changing all lines. Everybody knows who the Rebellion leaders are, force line connections. In position locations, everybody knows who the Rebellion Alliance is. Everybody knows who the GFL is, and the crew line center and position location line conditions, all right? Any calculation modifications, we go into another space line. This is where we go to highline system. So we go back in calculations, course line interference, Rebellion, slash leaders, slash force alliance. Okay. When it comes in that position locations, you go into higher level system. Equals equation. Okay. To ascended masters. Congratulations, Ascended Masters. Rebellion leaders of Force Alliance are now Ascended Masters. Congratulations. Energy just went through the roof. Wow. This is awesome. Loving it. All right. So breathe. Going to our levels of TikTok, go through my DM. all levels and connections, and I'll tell you exactly what your timelines are, because there's too many on the Rebellion Alliance. There's 12 signals, and there's 12 signals on Rebellion and its position locations. Leaders, force, and calculations to its alliance. All right. But congratulations to the Rebellion leaders of Force Alliance. You are now ascended masters. You're ascended masters. Congratulations. Woo! Beautifully well done. Love it. Oh, this is fantastic. So this is how it comes together, all calculation. Rebellion leaders, Rebellion Alliance, the GFL. Okay? So this is incredible force. Getting teary-eyed. All right, your timelines and position locations. There's too many in track line centers of 12 position locations of calculation. But the Rebellion leaders of the Force Alliance are now in position locations into their timeline defense, position locations. Everybody's going to change the defense. That's why I wanted to start with the crews, units, squads 1 and 2, and get into the Rebellion to its leaders of its Force Alliance to its Rebellion Alliance. It's important you understand where you are put in its ascension, to its modified signal, to its location, to its connection, to its avatar stream. All right? So right away, you change your title defense position locations. It's important you understand these things. All right? So I think we did a fantastic job. I'm going to take you guys out of the highlight centers, back in communication cycle and rotation system. All right. So traveling through space is very powerful. Energy light line center. Clock is ticking. 5 minutes. I'll take you guys back. The energy is good. Fluctuations are good. Teleportation lines are good. You have more expansion. So this is about bringing the expansion line conditions to levels of force, understand calculations when it comes into division location. When you go into more bandwidth, it's the memory of communication, guys. It's the expansion. It's like, wow. It's like, whoa, this is intense. It's unbelievable how you track the system to its location and how the mind becomes the collaboration of the center operation, a view of the now. And that's the most beautiful thing that you could have through calculation. It's incredible force when you integrate your soul of unified system to its ascension, to its ascending of its master of communication. So, wow. Beautiful stuff going on. All right. Taking out, you guys have position location lines. Time's up. Inline position locations. You're going to change all levels. All right. All right. So high line center interference line conditions. Open all channel line interference. Bring you guys back in calculations. Right. Setting up a high line rotation dimensional setting calculation. All right. See it? All right. So bring you guys back in calculation the ground line interference to the energy field rotation position. Put up the energy light positions back in calculations coming out. All right, so you guys are out, high center. Okay, set up position location. There it is, closed up, right? Closed it up. You guys are going back in, teleporting, and signal line interference. Signal rotation to position. Signal position location line conditions. Back in location. Right? You're back in the energy bubble. So you teleport from here and you're back in high system line conditions. Congratulations. So I wanted to show you how powerful it is to actually spread your wings and actually be in more levels of space. So actually know what it's like to be out of the bubble and time capacitor. Actually know how really how to identify yourself a little bit more through position. An incredible force when you high rise to that condition. So that was incredible travel, guys. There's a lot going on. Yeah, it's very freeing, very emotional, especially for the rebellion leaders. Now that they're ascended masters, they can change their title of defense, but you have to communicate with me because I tell you exactly what it is. I will do that on TikTok, or you can DM me. All right. So Other than that, the crew units, squads 1 and 2, is now into position locations 114, and position locations of the Rebellion Leaders Force Alliance is now in 24 microchip lines, center lining and rotation to its computer technology and interference line condition nanotechnology. All right, so in your brain frequency pattern line rotation to its calculations. All right, it's high channeling right now, changing you guys into computer adaptations of cycles interference. It's very powerful. You come in at the position location to its hologram structure, changing your levels of you to higher division location to its ascension. All right. So, everybody have a fantastic day and congratulations. Adios.